All right, sunshiny good vibes, everyone, because today we're taking a deep dive all the way to Peru.
Oh, I'm ready for a little virtual escape.
Hacienda del Abuelo Pisco is where we're headed.
Sounds interesting already.
You shared a document about this winery, and I've got to say, it's got me dreaming about warm valleys and, well, delicious drinks. Over 100 years of family history.
Wow.
Unique grape varietals.
Okay.
Even food pairing suggestions.
This is going to be good.
This is going to be really good. I think what intrigues me most is that this isn't just about some trendy new spirit, right?
All right.
We're talking about a legacy.
Absolutely.
Built over generations.
Okay.
And all tied to this one very specific place, the Vitor Valley.
Yeah, that's what really caught my attention too. It's not just a product, it's a whole story woven into the landscape.
Exactly. But before we get too swept away by the romance of it all,
Right.
let's do a super quick level set for anyone who might not be familiar. What exactly is Pisco?
Good point. Yeah, let's make sure everyone's on the same page. The simplest way to explain it is that Pisco is a type of brandy,
Okay.
but it's made exclusively from grapes. It can be clear or have this beautiful yellowish to amber color, but what really sets Pisco apart is its origin.
Ah, I see.
It's only produced in specific winemaking regions of Peru and Chile.
So it's got that protected designation of origin.
Exactly.
Kind of like champagne.
Exactly like champagne.
Okay, that already adds a layer of intrigue. You mentioned the Vitor Valley.
I did.
Paint me a picture. What's it like?
Okay, so imagine a valley nestled in the pampas of Peru, about 50 kilometers from Arequipa. And get this, the source describes it as appearing like a mirage.
A mirage.
Yeah, suddenly this fertile green oasis emerges from this more arid landscape. Apparently the climate is warm and the land is incredibly fertile. Perfect for growing grapes, it sounds like.
Oh, it's officially going on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Vitor Valley is calling my name. But let's talk history. The valley's story goes way back, right?
Way back. We're talking potentially to the 16th century. Wow. In 1557, there were land grants given on the banks of the Vitor River specifically for cultivating grapes.
So they knew what they had.
They must have. And back then, Spanish grape varietals like La Negra Criolla,
Right.
La Molar,
About it.
they were brought over. And here's the cool part.
Yeah.
Their combination is what eventually gave rise to the Peruvian Quebranta grape.
No way. So by the 17th century, this region was already producing wine that people were talking about.
That's right. We actually have a record from a Carmelite friar who documented the Vitor Valley in 1629.
A friar.
Yeah. He mentioned that the region was producing a staggering 100,000 bottles of wine.
That's a lot of wine, even for today.
It really is. And the friar even praised them, saying they were of unparalleled quality.
So it seems like the combination of the climate, the soil, and those Spanish grapes were already producing something special.
Exactly. They had all the right ingredients.
And that brings us to the heart of our deep dive. Hacienda del Abuelo. Tell me about this family legacy.
Hacienda del Abuelo was founded in 1921 by Don Jose Santos Segarra Hinojosa.
No.
He established the winery on a property bearing the same name. And get this, it sits 12,244 meters above sea level.
Wow, that's pretty high up.
Yeah, I wonder how that altitude affects the Quebranta grapes.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Since 1921, the winery has stayed in the family, passing down traditions through 4 generations.
4 generations.
You know, I love that.
It's not just about the product itself.
Right.
It's about the history and passion woven into every bottle.
Absolutely.
Speaking of passion,
Yeah.
they have a really beautiful philosophy, don't they? Something about capturing moments.
They do. They emphasize capturing aromas, tastes, and colors, creating memorable experiences.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's like they're crafting an entire sensory journey, not just making a drink.
Exactly. Exactly. I knew you'd pick up on that part. You know, I'm all about those aha moments. But let's get down to the good stuff. What can you tell me about the Quebranta grape itself?
Quebranta, the star of the show. Think intense aromas. Ripe banana, melon, linden flower, even hints of hay and acacia.
Okay, I'm already intrigued.
And what's really fun is that they offer specific food pairing suggestions for each varietal.
All right, now you're talking my language. What are they recommending for Quebranta?
They suggest pairing it with brownies, orange compote, mango mousse,
Okay.
even chocolate cake.
Oh, chocolate and pisco. Now that's a combination I need to try.
Right. And there's also this intriguingly named dessert they recommend. The limasai.
Limasai.
I know, I'm dying to know what that is.
You and me both.
Yeah.
What other grape treasures do they have up their sleeve?
Next up, we have Negra Criolla,
Okay.
which has a more subtle aroma. Think ripe fruits like medlars, apples, pears, with hints of linden blossom. They describe the taste as having a really nice structure and a
Wow.
long finish.
So a bit more mysterious and complex.
Exactly. It's got those layers.
What are the pairings for this one?
Well, they suggest pairing it with, you guessed it, the limaceae again.
Haha. That mysterious limaceae.
I know, we've got to find out what that is. They also recommend chocolate mousse, figs compote, and sakos cake.
Sakos cake. Is that elderberry by any chance?
Yeah.
My inner foodie's taking notes here. What's next on our Pisco parade?
Next is Italia,
Okay.
also known as Muscat of Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
This one bursts with tropical fruit aromas. Pineapple, melon, peach, pink, grapefruit.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get those floral notes too.
I love a good floral note.
Honeyflower, jasmine, acacia.
That combination sounds divine.
Delicate but expressive.
I like it already. What are the pairings for something so vibrant?
Get ready for a surprise. They suggest pairing it with both desserts and sushi.
Sushi and Pisco.
You heard that right. Think passion fruit cheesecake, strawberry tartlet, Suzette crepes.
Ooh, I love crepes.
Even a cevichado and teriyaki rolls.
Now that's a twist I wasn't expecting.
It's an adventure for your taste buds.
Sushi and Pisco.
Huh?
That's going on the list to try.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
Next up is achelado,
Achelado.
a blend of Quebranta and Italia grapes, fruity and expressive, with aromas of pineapple, banana, and this interesting fruit called lucuma.
Lucuma, what's that?
It's native to South America. Apparently, it's got this unique, almost maple-like sweetness, and of course, you get those honeyed peach and jasmine notes as well.
Another new fruit for the list? Lucuma. I'm going to have to do some research on that one. What are they pairing with this blend?
This one is interesting.
Oh, I like interesting.
They suggest pairing it with lemon foot?
Lemon foot. That's a new one.
Right. Intriguing name, isn't it? There's also orange, compote, cocaitas.
Cocaitas, those are like coconut macaroons, right?
You got it. And there's apple pudding and cherry tartlet. It seems like they're aiming for that balance of citrus, fruit, and creamy sweetness.
So many possibilities. Okay, on to our final grape varietal. What's the grand finale in this Pisco lineup?
Last but certainly not least,
Drumroll, please.
we have Moscatel, made from, you guessed it,
Moscatel grapes.
Moscatel grapes. This one is described as having an intense yet elegant aroma with notes of white flowers, honey, peach, mandarin, and apricot. They highlight its delicate and long-lasting fruity finish.
Okay, now that sounds incredibly refined.
It does, doesn't it?
What about pairings? Does sushi make another comeback?
It does indeed. They recommend Moscatel with strawberry tartlet, flipped cream, and Suzette crepes. But yes, sushi is back on the menu with the cevichado rolls, teriyaki rolls, and maki sushi. It seems like the subtle sweetness of the Pisco really complements those savory umami flavors.
All right, you officially convinced me. Pisco and sushi, I'm in. This deep dive has already opened my eyes and taste buds to so many possibilities. But wait, there's more, right? We haven't talked about the Machu Picchu collection yet.
Ah, yes, the Machu Picchu collection. It seems like each grape varietal has a special version under this label. Now, the source doesn't explicitly say what makes this collection different, but it definitely piques my curiosity.
It's a bit of a mystery. Could it be the aging process? Or related to a specific part of the vineyard?
That's possible too. The fact that they've named it after Machu Picchu suggests they're trying to showcase something truly special. It's like they're connecting their Pisco to the heart of Peruvian history and culture.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. I guess we'll have to do a little detective work to uncover the secrets of the Machu Picchu collection. But first, I need to grab a snack. All this talk about Pisco and food pairings is making me hungry.
Haha, I know what you mean. I'm suddenly craving all sorts of Peruvian treats. While you're grabbing that snack, I was thinking, maybe we could try and unpack what makes this whole Machu Picchu collection so special.
Ooh, yeah, good idea. I mean, you're right. The source material didn't really give us much to go on.
Not a ton.
And I'm sure we can come up with some theories.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so think about it. Machu Picchu. It's like the symbol of Peru.
Right.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Everyone wants to go there.
Exactly. It's on every travel bucket list.
Yeah.
It represents history, culture.
This sense of, timeless wonder.
Exactly. So I'm thinking they're using that name for a reason.
Okay, I'm following you. To elevate their brand.
Exactly. I bet this collection represents their top-tier Pisco.
Oh, interesting.
Like maybe it's made with grapes from a specific plot of land.
Ooh, a highly prized plot.
Yes. Or maybe it goes through a longer aging process.
Longer than the others.
Yeah. Or even like special distillation techniques that they only use for this line.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's like they're saying,
Yeah.
this is the best of the best, the Pisco that truly embodies the spirit of Peru.
Exactly. Like this is the essence of what we do.
And they're tying it to this iconic landmark.
It's brilliant, really. I'm even more curious about it now.
Me too.
Yeah.
See, it's not just a marketing move, though.
No.
It shows how much pride they have in their heritage and how committed they are to quality.
You're right, it's a statement. Okay, now I'm really craving a trip to Peru. A visit to Hacienda del Abuelo is at the top of my list.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to wander through the vineyard, see how it's all made.
Yeah.
And, of course, do a tasting.
And you know what you have to try while you're there?
What's that?
A Pisco sour.
A Pisco sour. Is that like what they usually drink it as?
You bet. It's actually Peru's national drink.
Really? I had no idea.
They even have a national holiday dedicated to it, celebrated on the first Saturday of February.
Wow. A whole holiday for a cocktail.
I know, right? That's dedication.
It really shows you how much they value Pisco.
It's a big part of their culture.
You know, with all this talk about food pairings and cocktails,
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about those Peruvian desserts you mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
The
Lima Sai.
lima sai
Yeah.
and the lemon foot. I did a little digging while you were talking.
Really?
I think I figured out what they are.
Oh, tell me. You know I love a good culinary mystery.
Okay, so the lima sai, or suspiro a la limeña in Spanish,
Okay.
is this traditional Peruvian dessert. It's basically a layer of manjar blanco,
What's that?
which is kind of like dulce de leche,
Oh, okay.
topped with a meringue.
Okay.
But the meringue is made with port wine
Fancy?
and then a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. Apparently it's called lima sai because it's so light and airy,
Oh.
like a sigh of contentment.
That's beautiful. And I can totally see how it would go with Pisco.
Right. You've got that sweetness from the manjar blanco,
Yep.
a little tang from the port wine.
And that warmth from the cinnamon,
Exactly.
all playing off those fruity and floral notes in the Pisco.
A perfect match. I can't wait to try it someday.
Me too. Now, what about lemon foot?
Okay, so for lemon foot, after some serious online sleuthing,
Uh-huh. Love it.
I'm pretty sure it's just pie de limon,
Which is...
lemon pie in Spanish.
Oh, that makes sense.
A classic.
A classic lemon pie. Oh, that'd be perfect.
With that tart, zesty filling
Mm-hmm.
and that buttery crust.
Oh.
It'd be amazing with some of those citrusy floral piscos we talked about.
Totally. That balance of sweet and tangy, it's a classic combo for
Yeah.
a reason.
You're making my mouth water. I can just picture it. Sitting on a sunny patio in Peru, sipping on some Acolado Pisco
Yes.
and enjoying a slice of that lemon pie.
It's funny how just talking about these flavors
I know, right?
can like transport you to another place.
Totally.
That's the power of food and drink. They evoke such vivid memories and emotions.
It's true. You know, that's one of the things I love most about these deep dives.
Yeah.
We get to explore all these different cultures and experiences
Mm.
through the lens of food and drink.
It's like we're taking a mini vacation
Right.
without ever leaving the studio.
Exactly. It's a journey for the senses. And speaking of journeys,
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to start wrapping up this deep dive.
Okay.
We've covered so much ground already. From the history of the Vitor Valley
Hmm.
to those intricate flavors of Hacienda del Abuelo's Pisco.
It's been quite a ride.
It's amazing how much we've learned about this one winery and the drink that defines it.
It really is.
But before we sign off, I want to hear from you, our listener. What aspect of Hacienda del Abuelo Pisco has most captivated you?
What image or flavor stuck with you? What are you gonna remember?
We've traveled from that sun-drenched Vitor Valley all the way to the heights of Machu Picchu in this deep dive into Hacienda del Abuelo Pisco.
And along the way, we've sipped our way through those unique grape varietals, dreamt of lima sais and lemon pies.
Don't forget the sushi.
Oh, yeah.
Sushi.
And of course, we tried to unravel the mystery of the Machu Picchu collection.
It's really amazing how one document can spark so much curiosity.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It really shows you how much there is to discover out there.
It makes you appreciate that power of place, doesn't it?
It really does.
How the history, the climate, the people,
Mm-hmm.
it all comes together to create something so unique.
Absolutely. It's more than just a drink.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
what stood out to you about Hacienda del Abuelo?
What image or flavor are you going to remember?
Would you be more likely to try Pisco now, knowing the family legacy and the craftsmanship behind it?
And maybe just maybe this has sparked a little curiosity to plan your own trip to Peru and experience it all firsthand. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be incredible. So cheers to Hacienda del Abuelo for reminding us that a simple drink can hold centuries of history and a whole lot of heart.
Cheers to that.
And to all of you out there, keep exploring, keep discovering, because you never know what treasures you might unearth. Until next time.